Good y'all, it's Vannah and welcome back to my channel.
Down Julio, make me fool for you. And I might hit your phone up with that rah rah rah. Missing my da da da, missing that
In today's video, guys, I'm gonna be showing you how I do my eyebrows. If you want a little step-by-step tutorial, then please keep on watching. Before I start my eyebrows, I usually like to go in with the Airspun loose face powder and basically just dab that like over both of my eyebrows and just let it sit there for like a minute. Basically what that does is it absorbs any like oil or moisture like around your eyebrow. Also when you apply your concealer around it, your concealer has oil in it and it can also make your eyebrows very oily, so that just prevents that from happening. What I do is I just grab a beauty blender and just like tap it in there, and you just like press it into your eyebrow. It's okay if you get fallout over your face, it's just powder, you can dust it away later. But I just like to do this because when applying my concealer, it doesn't make my eyebrows very oily. So I look crazy, but yes, this is what I do. Take like a face brush and just dust it away. Like take a little spoolie and just comb out my brows so I could get all the powder out between from the hairs. So I just brush my brows out. When we go in with our Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Dip Pomade, I'm in the shade medium brown and I am using a Morphe M158 brush. I use this brush a lot, so it's kind of like fading. It's like a little angled brush and then it has like a little spoolie at the end. Yeah, I just go into the product and then I wipe the excess on the lid like back and forth, just getting my brush very thin, like paper thin. And then I take a small handheld mirror and then I start with the top part of my brow, because I feel like starting with the top helps you shape your brow better. So then I'm not starting all the way over here either, I'm starting like kind of where my arch is, and you're just gonna carve out your eyebrow. This fucking lighting, I hate it. But yeah, you're just gonna carve out your eyebrow like so, and then very, very light, you're gonna go up, move closer to the front of the brow, but you're not gonna like press hard, you're just gonna do it very light, and then you could start coloring in the top part of your brow. And then using the spoolie, you're just gonna brush upward and back, basically blending that front part of your brow so you get that kind of blended effect. Carve out the bottom part of our brow. So I like to start like kind of where we started at the top. So same thing here, you're just going to carve out the bottom part of your eyebrow and connect the tail and just fill it in. This is how I do my eyebrows. Not everybody's gonna do their eyebrows like this, but I get a lot of questions on how I do my brows, so I'm just showing you guys how I do it. You can do it this way or however way you prefer. And then we're just gonna brush it again, brush it back, and make sure everything is blended, the front part, just blend it all back. And then we're just gonna go back into the lid. We're gonna go back into the lid because we still have like extra product on there, and then we're just gonna lightly, not hard because you don't want boxed brows, you're gonna lightly take your brush and draw very, very light-handedly a line underneath your brow like that. You see how you can't even see it? So then we're just gonna brush that up, and then I'm gonna fill it in a little bit right here. And then I'm just gonna, the spoolie is basically what gives you the blended effect for your eyebrows. Next step is I'm just gonna go in with my e.l.f. brow gel. There's double-sided, one is for lashes and one is for brows, but I use both for my eyebrows. This has honestly been the best brow gel I've ever used. I've actually tried what is this brand called? Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara Style and Comb, but I honestly don't like it because this gel, when it dries, it gets like hard, not extremely hard, but like hard enough to where your hairs stay in place. And that one, it's just like your hairs are still soft and I feel like they still move around. So I highly recommend the e.l.f. eyebrow gel. I think it's like $2. But yes, very cheap, very affordable. You can get it at any drugstore. But yes, basically it looks like this, like a mascara, but it's gel, and you just brush it on your brows. I said brow. Like so. And this honestly keeps your brow hairs in place all day. Literally all day. Like, I've never had any complaints about this brow gel. So if anybody's looking for a good brow gel, e.l.f. is the way. The fun part is concealer. So I use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I'm in the shade Vanilla. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and use a Wet n Wild concealer brush, which looks like this. Also very a cheap, affordable brush. This is the 24-hour matte finish. I really like this mascara. So I'm gonna start off with the bottom. I just usually just take a little bit on the back of my hand so that way I could dip my brush in it. I just dip my brush in the product, also making sure that your concealer brush is also very flat so it's easier to work with. And then instead of starting at the top, we're gonna start at the bottom, but I start where my arch is, so it's easier for me to carve out my brow. Blend, I'm gonna go on with the Morphe M173 brush, and it's basically like a big fluffy blending brush, and we're just gonna press and blend in that concealer. What are you? Now for the top part of my brows, I'm going to be using the Rimmel London Match Perfection concealer. If you watched a lot of my makeup videos, you know that this is my favorite concealer. As you can tell, I am running out of it. But I am in the shade 230 Fair Light. I actually don't think they sell this one anymore, but if you go on Amazon and just type in Rimmel London Match Perfection concealer, this one pops up, and then they have different shade varieties that you can choose from. But yes, I do like this one too because it's not very liquidy. It's very easy to blend out. Instead of using the brush this way, we're actually going to turn it this way and just use like the under part of the brush to carve out our brow. So that is how I do my eyebrows. But before we close out today's video, I just wanted to sit and talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on why I haven't really been posting. I believe it's the last Friday or the last 2 Fridays, because as all you may know, I do post every Friday, but recently I haven't, which are 2 reasons why. One of the reasons is because I do work a lot now. As I mentioned in my previous videos, I do have a job, so I'm always working. I barely have a day off during a week. I only have 1 day off during the week. The rest of the week I'm always working. I'm either working 7 to 3 or 3 to 11. So it's like I really don't have time to film like that anymore, but I am trying really hard to try to get myself into this pattern of working and filming and being able to post and upload for you guys. And another reason why is because of everything that's going on in the world. I just felt like it wasn't the right time to really post anything makeup related or like pranks, because where we are right now in the world is nothing to joke about. It's something that many people go through on a daily basis. So I didn't really want to like post anything like prank wise or makeup wise. I just wanted to take the time off for myself, because I honestly didn't have no words. I still don't. I'm still lost for words on what happened. It's sad. It's really sad on what's going on. Like, I'm all for like Black Lives Matter. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for it, but it's like with people breaking into stores. My store is one of the stores that actually got looted. They didn't take anything but a couple of things of backwoods. They took our cash drawers that we keep our cash trays in, but they were empty. So it was just crazy. They broke our ATM machine, but they didn't take anything out of there. So it's a really sad, hard time for everybody right now. So it's like, that's kind of why I didn't really upload the last Friday or the last 2 Fridays. But yes, so I'm sorry guys that I've been MIA a little bit, but I'm not gone for long. I'm still here. I'm still gonna be able to post for you guys. I still am gonna be putting out content for you guys. It's just work has been killing me, and every day that I come home I'm like, okay, I'm gonna film, but then I end up falling asleep because of how tired I am. But I'm honestly blessed that I do have a job, because the last job I had was at Jules, and I had got really sick and they fired me, and I had doctor's notes and everything, and they still fired me, and they said the doctor's notes wasn't a reason to not show up to work. But I called and everybody was like, oh, you're fine, you're good. And then when I called to get my my next scheduled day to come into work, they were like, oh, we terminated you. I was like, really? Whatever. So I've been out of a job for a while, and now that I finally got this job, I'm honestly super blessed, because I'm honestly working hard, and every paycheck, it's like, I'm honestly thankful because I get paid every week, and it's like, man, I work so hard and I get paid for it. So I'm honestly so blessed, and I thank you guys so much for still being here by my side. But yes, so until next time, I will see you guys later.